Okay, make one and my friends, and welcome to another video here. This is like a heads up video, and a little too late now, but by the time my dear friend Mike told me about this, it was already too late. It was yesterday when he told me. This is the Vinegar Syndrome sale. They have a 10 for $10 going on right now. Not meaning you have to buy 10. They just mean there's going to be 10 random titles selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus another 5 is 10. And each one is for $10. Pretty good price. There was one, I think it was a Billy Blanks film called TC Terminator. I think it was called something Terminator. It might be TC Terminator with Billy Blanks. That's right, the Tybo guy, right? And that was normally going for like $44 and for $10, and I missed it. I would have bought it. Not that I'm a fan or anything, but just kind of fun, right? So I just want to talk about these ones, of which I've only seen one. I don't know what some of these other ones are. Sadly, I don't know these ones. So we'll explore them together. Before I get more into the video, though, you notice how, like with trailers, like I seen there was one called Renfield and another one Evil Dead Rebirth or something like that. It's the next Evil Dead film, and just anything, but I'm using those two as an example. And the reason why I'm bringing these up, those are like the two newest things. You probably notice that you don't really see trailers anymore, unlike the old days, you know, in the 80s and 90s, even maybe even early mid 2000s, even maybe even late 2000s. But at least in my time, I remember, you know, you would watch TV and you would see these kind of trailers. Now, that Renfield one with Nick Cage and Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult is Renfield. He's, you know, like the servant. He's like an Igor of Dracula, like how Igor was to Dr. Frankenstein, right? And Nick Cage is Dracula. Well, back in the old days, you know, you would catch these kind of trailers on TV. And I bring this up because I've been noticing, and for quite some time, but just never really brought it up, that these trailers, I would discover these movies, if not for YouTube, going on YouTube, I would not know of these films. You know, the first time I heard of this Renfield and the next Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead Rebirth, or whatever it was called, was because I saw it on YouTube. It popped up as a new thing. So, oh, okay. Not seeing it as a commercial on TV. I watch a lot of streaming, yeah, but, and of course, you know, you don't get commercials from that, right? But I also watch TV, normal TV. I recorded unrecorded TV, and it gets commercials on there. Things like The Rookie, La Brea. I'm trying to think what else. But just things on TV, not to mention stuff like The Voice, right? Those reality TVs, whatever. Just stuff on regular TV. Svengoolie, right? Gilligan's Island. Yeah, they still show all that. Now, in the old days, I would watch those shows, and when there would be a commercial, you'd see a commercial for something like I Come in Peace, right? Also known as, I think it's called Dark Angel, but I know it as I Come in Peace. You know, the Dolph Lundgren film. You would see a commercial of that, or see a commercial for RoboCop, or see a commercial for Screamers, which also stars Peter Weller, right? You know, I can't remember what the last commercial was for a movie. I'm sure I've seen like one maybe here and there, but it's very few and far between. Mostly these trailers are through YouTube, and I guess it's the reason why is because of course it costs them money. So if it's going to be on YouTube, you know, and a lot of people are mostly on YouTube now, why, and maybe even on Tubi, but even on Tubi, I just see commercials for fabric softener or something, Febreze, or just some kind of like a food appliance or something, or but maybe even Arby's. But my point is this: that I guess they figured, why pay double? If, you paid on YouTube, pay for your commercials on YouTube, your trailers, versus having to pay again to show it on TV when most people are streaming. So maybe that is why. And it's just another one of those changes I've noticed in the world, and I just wanted to bring that up. Anyways, so that killed a lot of time. But anyways, it's just very sad. And the way the trailers are now, and clicking on those trailers and reading all the complaints by the people. Oh, you just shown the whole movie. You just, if you remember how the old trailers are, there would be a voiceover. You would hear like maybe a one-liner or something. I come in peace. Or I come in peace, then go in pieces. You'd hear like a line like that, but it's when a strange visitor comes, you'd hear like a narration, and I just miss those good old days. Anyways, what do we have here? Drive-in collection. On Her Bed of Roses, The Incredible Sex Revolution. Now, I'm sure some of these are going to be pornos, because Vinegar Syndrome is known for having pornos, but this doesn't look like a porno to me. This looks like a normal film. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know, that might... Oh. Okay, this is a porno, I'm sure. Hot flashes. The evening news will never be the same. And another Picorama, Afternoon Delights, Slave of Pleasure. That looks like it could be a porno. Disconnect. This could be a normal one. For $10, I don't know what... Is she wearing clothes? Oh, I think... She's just on the couch naked, but she's covered up. Disconnect. Alicia has been receiving strange phone calls in which loud and ghastly sounds echo through the receiver. Her relationship with her boyfriend, Mike, has hit a dead end, and Alicia fears he's having an affair with her twin sister, Barbara Ann. And all the while, a psychotic slasher is murdering young women, and the police powerless to stop him. But then Alicia meets kind and nerdy Franklin. Will he be the man she's been searching for, or will his own dark secrets destroy their newfound happiness? I can already predict it's going to be the nerd guy that's going to be the killer. I want to say this ends. And see, sometimes you can be lucky and get one that still has the limited slipcover, such as this. See? This one still has... I wish I had I have this... Oh, God, I have this now. I got it, like, during the halfway to Black Friday sale, I believe. And it came with the limited slip. And I remember renting this one or borrowing it from the library back in the late 80s or early 90s. Could be like 89, 90, or 90 even. Maybe I'm thinking 88 or 89 even, on VHS. So I got it for nostalgic reasons, and the film itself was a fun but dumb one. But I spent more than 10, so I wish I knew that. I wish that Cynthia Rothrock movie would come out. And there's one where, I forgot the name of it, but it stars her and a young Michelle Yeoh, and they're like, it's like a team-up, and I want that one. I forgot the name of it now, but it was during the phase of when, the early days of Cynthia Rothrock, when she was starring in her younger years, starring in a lot of Hong Kong films. But this sale is going to end this Saturday. It is, as you can see, January 5th, 2023, and this started on Sunday, so quite late indeed, but I thought, I would cover these. But I would recommend you guys get this one, this creature. It's a good one. It's like an Alien ripoff, and a fun but dumb one, but you might enjoy it. It's pretty gory, too, for its time. The 11th Commandment. Oh, okay, for a moment there I thought that was a ninja, but now I look and I see he's a priest. And I saw the word rape. What the hell? Thou shalt not rape, steal, or murder? Jesus. Oh my God. I wish Drop Dead Fred, the Phoebe Cates one, I wish that would go on sale, but for this. Has been committed to an insane asylum by his greedy and potentially murderous Uncle Charles as a means of depriving him of his rightful inheritance. But his time in the asylum has indeed turned Robert into a violent lunatic, fashioning himself a priestly avenger due to his years at seminary. After murdering a nurse and orderly, Robert escapes the asylum and begins slashing his way through anyone who stands between his avenging the actions of his uncle. But Uncle Charles has some deadly tricks up his sleeve as well. Okay. What else have we? Pull Hard, Utopia. Okay, let's see what this is. All these are $10. Comes with limited slip, so very cool. What year was this one? Oh, this is a 2020 film. Oh, interesting. Golden Arm was like over the top, and it's a woman arm wrestler. Oh, this could be fun. Like a female over the top kind of thing. Okay, you know what? Just for shits and grins, I may friggin' get this one. It could be stupid and dumb, but for $10, what the hell, right? Maybe it's actually not so bad. Utopia is a film acquisitions, sale, and technology company with a filmmaker-first approach. Utopia focuses on creating new revenue. What? This is not... Is this the synopsis for the film? When her best friend Danny ropes her into taking her spot at the Women's Arm Wrestling Championship, nice girl Baker Melanie must trade whisks for barbells to fight the reigning champ for a chance at the grand prize and newfound badassery. Badassery, yeah. As silly as that sounds, guys, I'm going to add that to cart. Nothing's confirmed. I'll have to think about it. Killer's Delight. 5 girls this week. How many next? Okay. An unknown killer. And does this have a limited collector's thing? And this was made in 1978. Oh, yeah. Designed by Earl Cassia. He's done a bunch of these kind of limited slip covers. Unknown killer has been stalking Northern California, picking up innocent young women in his van and then brutally torturing and murdering them, leaving their mutilated bodies in nearby woods. Sergeant Vince DiCarlo has been assigned to the case but finds himself with almost nothing to go on. That is, until the murderer begins picking off teenage girls who frequent a local pool. With the aid of psychologist Carl Thompson, DiCarlo begins to devise a plan to lure the killer into the open. Oh my God. More than slightly inspired by the then-hot case of notorious serial killer Ted Bundy. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That's still a maybe, I do like, slasher films, but that's a maybe. What the hell? I'm going to add that to cart for now because, you can't. $10. Come on, guys. You can't go wrong. Music Box selects beats. What is this? Is this a documentary? 2019. Scotland, 1994. Straight-laced Jono. is leaving town for middle-class life with his mother and cop stepdad Robert, while Spanner is facing a dead end with his unhinged criminal brother Fido. Or it's a good movie though, Fido, right? With Carrie Ann Moss and I think his name was Dylan Baker. His name is Dylan Baker. And a bunch of others. It's a good post-apocalyptic zombie film, really close to something like a Fallout 4, right? Because it's got that 1940s, 1950s vibe going on to it. When they learn of an unsanctioned underground rave, they decide to break out for one last crazy night together, set against the backdrop of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994, which banned gatherings featuring music with repetitive beats across the UK. That's a weird law. Beats is a universal story of friendship, rebellion, and the irresistible power of music. Not really my thing. I'm going to take a pass on that. And then I told you about Creature, and get it while the getting's good, guys. You know, get that limited slip. Tragedy. Tragedy Girls. Friends who stay together. Now this could be interesting. Okay, this is a 2017 film. Okay. So, man, I mean, these movies were not moving like hotcakes, were they? It seems like it's mostly those old ones that were selling out. Since launching in 2016, Gunpowder and Sky best friends Sadie and Michaela are on a mission to boost their social media fandom as amateur crime reporters, hot on the trail of a deranged local serial killer. After they manage to capture the killer and secretly hold him hostage, they realize the best way to get scoops on future victims would be to, murder people themselves. As the Tragedy Girls becomes an overnight sensation and panic grips their small town, can their friendship survive the strain of national stardom? Will they get caught? Will their accounts get verified? Jesus. Oh, Brianna Hildebrand. I knew she looked familiar. This one here. This is Mega Teenage Warhead or whatever from Deadpool. She was also in the Exorcist series. But Deadpool, if you know Mega Teenage Warhead. That's her. In the first Deadpool, she had a shaved head, and then in the second one, she kind of had like a crew cut, kind of like a buzz cut from Beavis and Butthead, something like that. Still short. Turns out she's a lesbian, by the way, in Deadpool 2. Not the actress herself. I don't know, but she was. I think her name was Kiko or something like that. Deadpool would keep saying hi to her in the second one. But anyways, that is her name, Brianna Hildebrand. And I know her from something else. Oh, wasn't she also, even though I didn't really see it, but Lucifer, that series. She was supposed to be the daughter of Lucifer, right? I think she's half angel, half devil, half Lucifer, something like that. Or was she just all devil? I can't remember, but or did she have a baby with that human? I'm not too sure. Anyways, this is very interesting to me, and I might get it on the account of just starring Brianna Hildebrand. So add that to cart, and I'm gonna look through these and see, what I might get out of it. Maybe all three. Who knows? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll do another one of these tomorrow because there will be an all new selection. It's always changing daily. Thank you, Mike, for letting me know. Please head on over to Movie Mike's channel. He also has a streaming gaming channel called Mike Plays Games. So thank you, guys. Thank you.